back to another session of our class. Today we are going to a very productive class. Okay? Agree all of you? What all things we learned in the previous class? All of you say? We learned about adaptation. What is habitat? Then we classify the plants according to their habitat. Isn't it? Okay. What is the classification? What was the classification we learned? We learned that plants are classified according to their habitat, like this way. Which are the plants? Floating plants. Then fixed plants, and one more category. What is that? Underwater plants. Okay. Floating plants, fixed plants, and underwater plants. Floating plants are float on the bottom of the water. Floating plants float on the water surface, like that. Fixed plants, parts, the leaves, flower, etc. will be float on the water, but they will be fixed. Floating plants are not fixed in one place. You know the examples: water hyacinth, then water lettuce or pistia, and duckweed. All are floating. Today we are going to learn about the adaptations. What are the special features developed in these plants to live in an aquatic environment, an aquatic habitat, that we are going today. So you know many special features they have, floating plants. Floating plants, their body is spongy body. When we touch it, we see the picture, we see the plant. Really, we see the plant. Sometimes in your home also that like plant will be there, water hyacinth. We can see that its body is spongy. What is the specialty of sponge? It is inside the sponge there is lot of air. Lot of air will be there inside the sponge. That is why it is floating. Because of the air, air in the body parts, that is why it can float in the water. That is why we can say it's one of the adaptation, that is spongy body. Then what about the roots? The roots are not fixed because they are floating. No need to fix their root. They are floating along with the flow of water. Their roots are not fixed. It is a floating plant. Its adaptation, that is, it is floating and it is moving along with the water. That is why its roots are not fixed. That is one of the adaptation of the plant. If it is fixed, it can flow along the water? No. That is why according to its habitat, its root is modified like that. It's not fixed. Understand? Then what about the leaves? All the plants have their leaves stomata. All the plants have stomata on the leaves. Actually, the stomata is present under the leaf surface. Under the leaf, the stomata, we can see in the third standard, we learned that under the leaf, the stomata is present. But in this case, what happened? The plants, the floating plants, the aquatic plants are floating on the water, then it is touched on the water surface. It is attached to the water surface. It is flow along with the water, then it is touched on the water surface. That is why the stomata, what is the function of stomata? Gas exchange. Stomata's function? Gas exchange. How can they exchange gas when it is on the water? On the surface of the water, can it exchange air? No. another adaptation. Their stomata will be there on the upper side of the leaf. Actually, all plants have the stomata, the bottom or the under the leaf. But in this case, this aquatic plant's stomata will be there on the upper part of the leaf. Clear? So these are the adaptations of a floating plant. What are the adaptations, all of you say? What is first one? Say, spongy body, then their roots are not fixed, and their leaves, what about leaves? The stomata will be present on the upper side of the leaf. These are the adaptations of a floating plant. Then you can say the adaptation of a fixed plant very easily. The same, most of the pictures are same. You keep in your mind the picture of a lotus. Fixed plant example is lotus. You keep in your mind the lotus, picture of a lotus. Then what all things are coming into your mind? The fixed plants have hollow stem. Their stem is hollow because their leaves will be floating on the water. If it is hollow, inside the hollow stem there will be air. So why their leaves can float on the water. The air also will be there inside the stem. That is why through the stem leaves also get air. That is why they can float in the water. That is one of the adaptation of these fixed plants. Hollow stem that help them to float in the water. Then they have fixed root. They are fixed plants. They have fixed root. Using that fixed root, they will be there in the marshy or the muddy soil. They can fix their roots through which they can absorb water, minerals, etc. Okay. Then that is why their roots are fixed. That is one of the adaptation of these kind of plants. Then what about the leaves? Like these floating plants, their leaves also have the stomata, which is upper side of the leaf. Why it is upper side? Like floating plants, they can also do the gas exchange. When it is on the below the leaf surface, it cannot do the gas exchange. To do gas exchange, the stomata will be there on the upper surface of the leaf. Then did you notice that their leaves will be waxy surface of on the leaf. The leaves will be will have waxy surface. Why it is waxy? What is mean by waxy surface? Oily surface. You know, in colocasia, you can see it's a waxy surface. We cannot put water on the colocasia leaf. Like that, these lotus water lilies leaves also have waxy surface. Because why it is waxy surface? What is the purpose? It is always in the water. Because of that, it will be decayed. To avoid that, the waxy surface will help them from the avoid their decaying from the water. That is why the waxy surface on the water. Understand? The third category is underwater plants or another name. What if you say underwater plants, another name? Okay, submerged plants. What are the adaptations of these underwater plants or submerged plants? What is the example of underwater plant? What is the example? Hydrilla. Do you remember the picture of hydrilla? What I showed in the previous lesson? previous class. Okay. So hydrilla, keep in your mind what is its shape. So you can understand what are the adaptations. What about its root? Underwater plants or submerged plants, what is mean by them? They are completely under the water. The underwater plants are completely under the water. So their root, their body part, everything, their plant part, every parts will be under the water. So how they are living the, how it is living the hydrilla? Its root is fixed. Okay. So one of the adaptation, its roots are fixed. First one. The next, what about their leaves? Do you remember how is their leaves? Their leaves are thin. Their leaves are thin. Okay, like this. Thin and narrow. Then we can see that the leaves are thin and narrow, and one of the adaptation, there is no stomata. What is the function of stomata? All of you say, what is the function of stomata? Gas exchange is the function of stomata. Then the leaves are like this. They are under the water. Full body, full plant part will be under the water. Then what is the need of the stomata? Stomata can do its function. It is under the water. Under the water, any gas exchange is possible? Never. So this plant hydrilla do not have stomata. Hydrilla do not have stomata. Then gas exchange is compulsory, no? Gas exchange is a needed thing. If there is no gas exchange, it cannot do photosynthesis, it cannot breathe. So these all things it want to do. So what will they do? What will they do? This stomata is not there, but this function is taking place by the body surface. The plant's body surface will do the gas exchange, hold the body parts. The spiny leaves and its stem, everywhere the gas exchange will happen. That is why there is no need of stomata. But how the gas exchange takes place? There is any gas? Yes. In the water, the dissolved gas is there. In the water, the fishes are breathing the dissolved water. Dissolved gas in the water. So in the water, gas is there. Oxygen, carbon dioxide, everything is there. Every gases will be there. So that dissolved gas is absorbed and give out by this body parts, these plant parts. Understand? That are the adaptations of this hydrilla. It is important. Underwater plants, their roots are fixed. All of you say, roots are fixed. Okay. Then their leaves are thin and narrow. Very thin leaves they have. Then there is no stomata and the body surface is doing the gas exchange. Okay. These are the adaptations of these aquatic plants. Different kinds of aquatic plants. Understand? Okay. So, all of you read the textbook well. Clear? Then collect your parent signature. Which part, all of you write the date in the textbook. Which day we took that lesson, that portion. Then collect your parent signature. Read very well. 1 or 2 or 3 times you read. Then today we have come to the end of the session. Hope you all have enjoyed today. Then hoping to meet you soon. Take care. Be safe. Thank you. Bye.